Good evening, lifers. Good evening, community. I am Ruth, your peace coach, and welcome to 15 to Life, where we learn, grow, and serve for a peaceful life. In these next 15 minutes, I not only prepare you for your upcoming week, but for the rest of your life. And so if you're here, thank you so much for watching. If you're new, thank you for joining our community. Here is a place of love, of support, where we grow and we learn how to serve. Yes. And ladies, y'all know, if you have not already, please make sure you like the page, follow the page, and then also share the stream as we continue to grow our community. I know so many people are watching. They may not be watching it live right now. They may watch it later on in the week. And so we want to share the stream so that we can grow our community. And we say that we are lifers, if you see in the comments, because we are doing life together. So that's why we say we are lifers. So thank you so much for watching. And if this is your first time watching, put your name in the comment section if you don't mind, so that we can greet you and say hello to you. You can probably see from the comments that we greet each other and we support each other and we love each other very, very much. All right, I'm going to get right to it. Y'all know this is the last the last Sunday in March. And our theme this month of March has been spring cleaning out your life. Spring cleaning out your life. And our scripture that we used was Psalm 51:10. Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a loyal spirit within me. And so our first 2 weeks we talked about cleaning. First week we talked about cleaning the natural clutter out of your life. The second week we talked about cleaning the spiritual clutter out of your life, and that was a good one. And then last week we talked about how it's hardest in the middle. It's so hard, which we know when you're in the middle of something, it's always hard because it's like you've come far and you don't want to go back, but it seems like it's too hard to keep going. And so it's like you're just stuck in the middle. So it's always hard in the middle. But today, what we're going to, and if you haven't watched those, after this, go back and watch those, because you will be blessed, and it's going to help you grow. That's what we want you to do here in this community. We want you to grow. It's not a place where we stay stagnant. We grow and we get better. And so this week, what we're going to be talking about, this is our last Sunday in March where we're dealing with spring cleaning. What we're going to talk about today is it's worth it in the end. It's worth it in the end. And my little picture there says, if you work hard now, it'll pay off later. If you work hard now, it will pay off later. All this work that you're doing, when you began, it was hard to start clearing out that clutter in your closet, in your drawer, in the garage, whatever it might have been. It was also hard to start cleaning out that spiritual clutter in your life, because it's like sometimes it's so big because you have somebody maybe telling you, why clean it out now? It's been that way for years. That garage has been overflowing for years and years. Why you want to mess with it now? Your heart has been filled with envy and unforgiveness and hatred and bitterness for years and years. Why clean it out now? But you know what? You said, you know what? I'm going to do the hard work. And you get in there and you start cleaning it out. And then it gets really hard, like we talked about in that middle part. It's like, what did I do? You're sitting there looking at all this stuff surrounding you, all the clothes, all the shoes. And you think, why did I get into this mess? Or you're looking at the pain of your past and you're looking at all those things and you're saying to yourself, why did I start this? It's too hard. I can't finish it. You dig your heels in and you say, I'm going to do it. And you finish the task. And then you look up and you're better. And so what I think about when I think about this situation where it's worth it in the end, I always think about, and y'all let me know how you all are doing. Hey, Peggy, I see you on here. Ladies, I love you all so much. And let me know If you cleaned out some natural clutter, I want to know what you cleaned out because you've had 3 weeks. If you've cleaned out some spiritual clutter, put it in there. I want to know, what did you clean out of your heart? Okay. And how do you feel about that? But when I think about that it's worth it in the end, I think about the story of Rachel and Leah in the Bible. And if you're not familiar with that story, it's two sisters who, let me see what time. Okay, I had 10 minutes. Two sisters who, a man, Jacob, he fell in love with the younger sister, Rachel, and he worked 7 years for his uncle. Yeah, he married his cousin. I know. Okay, but he loved her so much, he worked 7 years for her. Okay, but then on the wedding night, instead of Rachel being presented to him, her father presented the older sister, Leah, to him. Well, he didn't love Leah. He didn't like her. He wanted to marry Rachel. And so he was like, okay, I worked 7 more years for her to be my wife. So he worked another 14 years. But in the meantime, Leah is like there and she's like, I'm your wife. But she knew that she wasn't loved. So she was in a horrible place. So can you imagine if you have a sister and this man really loves your sister, but then he's forced to marry you? So it's like, how would you feel about that? And so I want to show you when she started having her children, where her mind was and where it ended up being. And so here it is. When she had her first son, Reuben, she said, the Lord has seen my misery. So she is in a bad, bad place. The Lord has seen my misery. Then when she had the second son, she said she named him Simeon because she said, because I am not loved. So again, she's in a bad way in her heart. Then she had a third son, Levi. And then she said, now maybe my husband will love me because I gave him 3 sons. Well, obviously, I guess it didn't work. But then you can see on the 4th son how it's began to change, because when she had her 4th son, she named him Judah. And the reason why, she said, this time I will praise the Lord. So it had nothing to do with her husband. Then she had her, 5th son, Issachar. And she said, God has rewarded me for giving my servant to my husband, which she did. She gave her husband, I think her servant had 2 sons also by him. So she said, God has rewarded me, no longer her husband. Then when she had the 6th son, then she said, Zebulun, God has presented me with a precious gift. Again, no mention of her husband, the misery, how she felt, none of that. She had rearranged her mind, did the work on her heart. God has presented me with a precious gift. Then she had the only daughter, Dinah. And there's nothing in the Bible that says like what she felt about that. But you know how women were looked at back then. So, but anyway, I think it was special that she had the daughter. But she had Dinah, the daughter, the only daughter that Jacob had. And so what I believe, ladies, is that she did the work on her heart, because at the end of it, she was buried in the same tomb with Abraham and Sarah and Isaac and Rebekah. Rachel was end up being buried on the side of the road. I believe that Leah did that, the hard work, and she did what she needed to do to fulfill her life so that she could live a life of purpose and not be so worried that her husband didn't love her. Now, I don't know if Jacob ever began to love her. We don't know that. The story doesn't tell that. But the important thing is I believe that she had a change of heart. She had a change of heart. And so when you have a change of heart, then you can do more things. And so when you do that hard work, it's worth it in the end, ladies. When you clean out the closet, when you clean out the drawer, when you throw out all the old stuff, when you clear out your heart of unforgiveness and bitterness and all that, you know what? You can breathe. Yes, you can breathe, because when you open that closet door, you can look at it and it's all cleared out, and you can walk in there and you're just not overwhelmed by the clutter. Your heart, you can have joy in your heart because it's not filled with hatred. It's no longer filled with unforgiveness. And you can You have let that go. And so now you have room in your heart to receive the kind of love that you deserve because you have done the work that you needed to do on yourself to clear out and make yourself, it makes room in your life. If you don't take away anything from tonight, when you clear out, it's worth it because it makes room in your life. Room in your life. Room in your life for the type of joy that you need, for the type of love that you deserve, for the type of life that you deserve to live. When you want to come home and you want to come home to unclutteredness, it frees you to live that kind of life. All right. Now, one thing I want to remind you though, and I have 4 minutes, is that a lot of times when you clean out and you clean out your heart, you clean out that closet, what ends up happening? Yes, you start looking back and you'll start putting a little bit more stuff back in that closet. You'll put some extra pants. You'll put some extra shoes. There's an extra coat there. You'll look in your heart and you'll start feeling those same way of jealousy and all those things again. You don't want to do that. So when you start seeing that clutterness start coming back again, don't allow it. Don't allow it. You got to stop it in its tracks. You got to be aware and stop it in its tracks, ladies. Okay. Don't let it start overtaking your life again. Now, it doesn't mean you're a failure. No, it doesn't mean you're a failure. It just means you had a setback. That's all. We don't do failures here. We just do setbacks. Okay. Because a setback just means you just like step back for a minute. It's like, oh, okay. Now I'm going to get back on it. All right. So it's just a setback, not a failure. And I want to leave you with something that I found. I thought it was so appropriate for what we're discussing. And it says, what I know for sure, and you might want to screenshot this. What I know for sure is that when you declutter, whether it's your home, your head, or your heart, it is astounding what will flow into that space that will enrich you, your life, and your family. And it's so true that when you declutter, whether it is your house or it is that closet, whether it is your heart, that things will begin to flow into your life because you have space for it. So make space for it. Somebody need to hashtag that. Make space for it. Make space. Just say make space. All right. I want you to make space for it because here's the things, ladies, you deserve it. You deserve to live the God kind of life that He has purposed for you. You deserve it. And so I want you to make room in your life for those things that you deserve. All right. Because it is worth it in the end. It is worth it in the end. All right, ladies, I love you to life. That is it. I'm going to see you back next week for a new topic. I know it's going to be Easter and I know, y'all may have to watch a little bit later or something like that, but it'd be nice if you watch it live with me. And that's my mom's birthday. So if I can do this on my mother's birthday on Easter, y'all can come and spend 15 minutes with me. But we're going to have a whole new topic. And our new theme for April is stop playing the fool. Stop playing the fool. That's our topic for April. All right. But I love you to life. I believe in you. And I mean that. I believe in your dreams. And I believe in everything that you are purposed to be. That's why you're here. That's why I'm doing this for you. All right. Because this is where we learn, grow, and serve for a peaceful life. I love you. I got to get to my outro. I love you so much. And I will see you on the other side. Bye-bye.